life. Hope you guys like the content I'm sharing. Subscribe to my page, like my video. Decided to go live with you guys now because kids are going to school and I got some time to do a live. So again, hope you guys are doing well, taking it one day at a time. You guys know I'm a father, husband, businessman, Christian, black man, athlete. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I have this channel to share my life, and I'm the father in chilling with the Johnsons. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know a lot of the kids from my kids' school watch our show. Thank you for tuning in. Our channel is definitely for kids and adults. We have our Chilling with the Johnson episodes that are coming on very soon. We have a new episode that we're working on right now. So again, I hope you guys are doing well. Again, my name is Mark Johnson. I'm an athlete. Like I said, I'm a businessman. We own a cafe in Barrie, 121 Wellington Street, Weston, Barrie, Patio and Pop Cafe, where we serve Jamaican cuisine and Canadian cuisine. And we have a lot of stuff going on. So I said to myself, why don't I do this live with you guys? So I'm currently at home and the kids are gone to school. So yeah, my day was busy yesterday. Went to the cafe, had helped my wife with the setup for breakfast and everything like that, and then I ended up going to the doctor for my daughter, finding out that the appointment is for the wrong day. We don't live in the city; we live out of the city. We live about an hour north of the city, so I went all the way to the city because that's where the kid's doctor is. And when I got there, is the wrong day for the appointment, so I had to come back home. And then my daughter, I don't know, we actually went to go, my daughter loves McDonald's. All kids love McDonald's, right? Hope you guys buying that McDonald's stock. Right now, I think it's at 300 US, 313 US. Again, you guys know I'm an insurance and investment broker. I help people with their investments. I help them save for their retirement. I make sure they're properly protected, like life insurance and critical illness insurance. And I make sure they can save for their kids' education. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on my plate, and I take it one day at a time. So I hope you guys are doing well. You got to plan your life. You got to write it down. You got to execute. That's how it is. It starts in your mind. The mind controls the body, and you have to make sure that no matter what you want to do in life, make sure you put a plan together and you follow that plan, follow that schedule. And eventually, if you take one day at a time and you're committed and dedicated, you will reach your goals and dreams. That's how it is. As we're kids, we have a lot of goals and dreams, but then as we grow up, we're kind of like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Reality kicks in, and we kind of put down a lot of our goals and dreams, and then we just work and live life and pretty much not do what we want to do in life. And we're a lot of unhappy people. They're not enjoying life. They're not doing what they want to do. And so that's what I'm doing with this video, sharing you guys my life. Yes, life is hard. Life is not meant to be easy. You got to do what you got to do for you and yours. You got to take care of business. Every day is a different day, especially with a wife and 4 children. My life is always a different thing happening every day. Never a dull moment for sure, because there's never a dull moment in our family. There's always something going on, but definitely a lot of ups and downs, a lot of different things happening every day. And as I get older, I get more mature and know that it's not about me no more, especially when I have a wife and 4 children. It's about them, right? It's about me providing for them, being the protector, the provider, the priest of my house. And so, like I said, I'm going live with you guys right now because I got some time. And I said, why don't I share some advice and help and stories with you guys, because there's never a dull moment in my family. So after I came home from McDonald's, because my daughter, every kid loves McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to invest in companies that you buy every day, because again, I drank Coke yesterday. Coca-Cola is like $1,400 US a share. McDonald's is like 313 a share US right now. I went to a grocery store, and right now those shares are about $205 a share. Loblaws. I'm in Canada, so there's Canadian companies there. And yeah, so like I'm saying, like even gas, I don't know if there's any good gas companies out there, because I bought gas yesterday and that costs a lot of money. So why not invest in the companies that are you buy from every day? You know what I mean? Like we're all talking about tariffs right now. We're all talking about buying Canadian. So at the end of the day, why not invest in some Canadian companies? You know what I mean? You can buy them on the stock market. And so you do your own due diligence, you check that stuff out, and you do your own research. And so at the end of the day, yeah, that's what I got going on. And then after I came back home, my daughter had 2 basketball games at her school. This is the third day. They have another basketball game today, 2 basketball games today. And so they're playing a lot of games back to back to back. And it keeps them active. My kids have a lot of energy, and it's always good to put them in sports, especially your kids. If they're nowadays, we don't go out as much as the kids don't go out as much as they used to. They used to go outside all the time, and now they don't go outside at all. Like they're inside on the tablet or on TV. They don't want to be active. But I make sure that my kids have a lot of energy, and they can burn it out in sports. So they play basketball, they play track, they run track, and also I run track. I know I'm 43 years old, but I don't crack. I still run track, so I keep them going, and they keep me going, and eventually they'll start beating me in races because I'm gonna start slowing down and they're gonna start speeding up faster. So that's the way it is in life. But right now they can't beat me in 100, they can't beat me in a 60, and they can't beat me in a 200 or a 400 yet, but eventually, I'm sure they're going to be growing taller and stronger and faster, and they'll be able to beat me very soon. So, health is wealth. You got to take care of your health. You got to take care of what you eat, watch what you eat, and watch what you do with your body. Those of you out there that want to lose weight, it's all about what you eat and if you're active. That's what it is. Like, there's only two things that you have to do when you want to lose weight, pretty much. It's just watch what you eat and be active to lose that weight, push the body and lose that weight. So, like I said, we have an active family, athletic family, and also we have a clothing line. We have a clothing line. Check it out, runningmaverick.com, where we sell shorts and t-shirts and hoodies and sweat tops and sweatpants, yoga mats, uh, leggings for the ladies, yoga pants for the ladies to do workouts in. So we have a lot of stuff on our website. Check it out. And like I said, I'm a more insurance and investment broker. So that's what I got going on. And then we have multiple YouTube channels where we get an income from or try to get an income from. Not all of them right now because we don't have enough subscribers and stuff like that. But again, there's another way that you can make money online. And then I give also ideas on my page on ways to make extra money. You could uh, learn a new skill and charge people for that skill so that you can make extra money. You can buy and sell stuff online. You can definitely go back to school and get another education on some kind of skill so that you can make another source of income. It's always about multiple streams of income nowadays because stuff is so expensive now. Every day you go outside your house, it's all about the money. It's not about like necessarily what you do, but it's do you have money to take care of your life? Do you have enough money to survive? Like it's so crazy right now. Prices are so high on rent, mortgages, food, gas, car payments, insurance. Everything's gone up, and your paycheck pretty much maybe hasn't gone up. Even the people that make a lot of money are always complaining about how high prices are, and I'm like, you're making triple what somebody else makes. How are you complaining when you're making so much? Imagine a person that's making a third of what you're making. How are they surviving? You know what I mean? But we all got to find a way to make it work, right? One of the easiest ways of being rich, I read a book one time, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He was talking about marrying rich or suing people and stuff like that. And people are doing that nowadays like crazy because they can't survive on and they don't want to work. Like there's a lot of people out there that don't want to work, and it's crazy because they have a lot of free time, especially if you're single. You have no dependents. You can work 2, 3 jobs if you want to because you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You can just go work. It's a lot harder for people that have a lot of dependents and have a lot of stuff going on to work multiple jobs because there's only so much time in the day. So you have to find a way that you can make money online, find other ways of getting a multiple stream of income. Like I said, buying and selling stuff online, learning a new skill, charging people for that skill, investing online, learning how to buy stocks and investments and stuff like that, cash flow real estate, stuff like that, and just going into YouTube or going into ChatGPT and typing in how do I make more money or how to become rich or what are other streams of income that I can make in my spare time. And it will give you ideas. Like a lot of stuff, people are knocking AI, but right now AI is like one of the best tools out there now because instead of you asking somebody, you can ask the computer. And there's so much stuff in the computer that's information that you could type in and the computer will give you ideas. Like that's a lot of people hate ChatGPT and hate AI, but I mean, that's where the future is right now. You can go to those different websites and they will give you ideas. Instead of you asking somebody, you can ask the computer and it can give you ideas on ways of bettering yourself, ways of living a better life, ways on if something's not working for you, solutions, right? There's solutions. I remember when I was in school and we used to have this thing called brainstorming, and you have to write down words on a piece of paper to brainstorm so that you wouldn't have writer's block, and it would give you ideas on what to write on. And so ChatGPT and these websites are just like that now you can type in a question and it will give you answers to your question. And so it can brainstorm for you, you know what I mean? So if you're not sure what to write about, you're not sure what to do, you can type in, what do I do? And it will give you ideas. And then you can build on those ideas. right? Like a lot of times people ask me, how come you have so much stuff going on? And I'm like, I have to have a lot of stuff going on. One, I have a wife, I have 4 children. All these 4 children are dependent upon me, and I have to provide for them. I have to make sure that I have means for them, and also I have to make sure that I have clothes and food, and I provide things for them because one, they can't do it on their own, and two, they're not here. They weren't asked to be here. You know, me and my wife, she had the children, and now we're here to build them up and grow them up together. And so they're depending upon us. So every day I got to go out and crush it and find ways of doing things and find ways of getting things legal. And because they're depending upon us, they got to go to school. That's a must. I always say to them, you must go to school. You must go and learn. You must behave yourself in school. Like those are the 3 responsibilities that you have. And we have to take care of everything else, right? So that's the way it is. Thanks for the thumbs up. You know, if you guys like this content I'm sharing, subscribe to my page, like my video. I said, why don't I get this live for you guys? Go on live, and also I have multiple channels. I have a Running Maverick channel on YouTube. I have a Running Maverick channel and on YouTube, and I also have a Active Dad channel on YouTube where I share parenting advice. Like again, like I said before, a lot of people want to have children, but they really don't know where to start. Or if they don't know where to start, they're kind of like planning. A lot of our children, like we plan for our children. My wife wanted a lot of children. I did too. So at the end of the day, it wasn't like we didn't want a large family. But then now that we have a large family, we have to take care of them, right? And at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. You may not have had the right parents, right? We don't get to pick our parents, but we can pick how we're going to raise our own kids, and we can also pick how we're going to live our lives, right? You don't get to choose your family, but but you have to choose how you're going to live with your family. You get what I mean? When you were born, you didn't ask to be here, but now that you're here, how are you going to live your life? Are you going to live your life to the fullest? Like right now, I'm at home with my daughter. She is young enough that she can, I got to take care of her, right? So at the end of the day, she can't live on her own. She can't take care of herself. I got to take care of her. And so right now, that's a stepping stone for me because at the end of the day, she's not in daycare. So again, I know a lot of people, you out there are going on with the same thing. You either have to stay at home or you have to work, or you have to find ways of making extra money on the side so that you can supplement your income, or that you can also take care of the responsibilities that you have. So right now, like I said, I'm gone live with you guys because I'm here with my daughter. But again, I'm going to have to go out and deal with some appointments later today because at the end of the day, I got to fit everything into my schedule. I got to fit everything into my life and into my day. There's only 24 hours in a day. We all get the same 24 hours. But how are you managing the 24 hours that you got? It's not necessarily how much sleep you get because we always get enough sleep. Most of us get enough sleep. Usually we get between 5 to 8 hours, 10 hours a day on sleep. Okay, so at the end of the day, we can't complain about how much sleep we're getting because definitely when you have children, you're having less sleep. All those people out there that are thinking that you're going to get more sleep when you have kids, it ain't happening. All that nice sleep that you had when you were single, you had no dependents, you're getting nice 10, 12 hours of sleep. When you have children, that goes out the window, right? Because either you got to work or you got to tend to the kids. You might want to sleep in, but these kids won't let you sleep in. My kids don't let me sleep in. When it's time, when they want to get up, they get up, and that's not my time to sleep. They want me up. So at the end of the day, there's less sleep now that you have dependents, and it is what it is. You got to do it. You got to deal with it. So, like I said, I'm the dad in Chilling with the Johnsons, and we currently have a new episode coming out very soon, maybe in the next week or so. A lot of this content takes time to put together, and I hope you guys enjoy it, like it, subscribe to our page, send it to somebody that you might know. Definitely on Chilling with the Johnsons, Running Maverick page. I have a Money Maverick page, Active Dad, all these multiple pages that we have. We're building them and we're sharing the content with you guys and sharing our lives with you guys. So, like I said, I just go on the fly, do my videos, I share my life with you guys. And like I said, we got more games happening today at my daughter's school, and they're doing really well. They're trying to do as best as they can, and that's all you can do. All you can do is just encourage your children. If they're in sports, they're not going to win every game. They're not going to get the ball all the time. They're not always going to pass to one another. But you got to do what you got to do. Just encourage them and make them enjoy what they're doing, right? Like when we were younger, we played sports and we didn't always win every game. The game didn't always go the way we planned, but you got to do what you got to do, and you got to encourage your kids to try their best and do their hardest and learn teamwork. And yeah, you're not gonna, like I said, win every game. You might cry once in a while, but that's okay. That's life, and you just got to keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? You have one life to live. You got to You got to take care of your own business. That's just the way it is. And so, like I said, I'm sharing my life with you guys. Again, I've taken about a month off of running. Like you guys know, I'm a runner. And I have only worked out twice in the last month. Usually in a month I work out maybe 10 to 12 times, and this month I've only worked out so far 3. But sometimes you got to take a rest. Like, your body can't constantly be going, especially when you have a lot of responsibilities and you have work and you have stuff going on. You can only work out so much. But, I know my mindset is to get back in the game, and I'm going to get back on it very soon. We got holidays coming up now. Very soon we have Easter and Good Friday coming up. Dating this video, but it is what it is. I'm trying to make sure that you guys know that I'm with the times, and the videos that you guys are watching are up to date, mostly daily, if not every other day. And I'm sharing my life with you guys. I hope you guys like the content I'm sharing. Subscribe to my page, like my video. Again, if you guys have any concerns, questions, DM me, message me, and I see if I can help you guys out. But again, like I said, I don't mind seeing myself on camera. I don't mind sharing my life with the world. That's what it's all about. We're all about building groups and communities and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm in my kid's room right now. They're gone to school, but I said to myself, why don't I send this video out to everybody and connect with you again. If you guys have any concerns, questions, you can ask it in the chat bot. And definitely, like I said, I have a lot of stuff going on. We all have things that may not be going the way we planned and what we like, but again, you just got to keep pushing forward no matter what. That's what I always tell people. Enjoy your day, keep pushing forward, because we don't know what's going to happen the next day. And if you're pushing forward, at least you have momentum. They always say that if you're pushing a hard rock or a hard ball, like a snowball, if you push it at the beginning, it takes time. It's hard. But if you keep pushing it, eventually it keeps moving, and eventually you'll be able to get more movement in the ball. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. Keep pushing forward, believing in yourself. You can do it. And I'm going to sign off very soon because, I got to go, got stuff going on. But keep pushing forward and believe in yourself. You can do it. All the best, everybody.